Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my Timeout Tuesday. Today, Happy New Year, by the way. Today is the 6th of January, known as Old Christmas Day, I believe. Excuse my disheveled appearance. I've been out walking this morning. It's quite humid outside. I think we're going to have another hot day. My name is Elizabeth Yeager, and I come from Sydney, Australia, in spite of my accent. And today is a very exciting day because the new catalogue, the new mini catalogue goes live, and there's lots of new products available. So have a look at that on my website. And yeah, it's lovely. I'm going to do a new online product that came out. It's called Hobby Haven, and sometimes I miss the online ones, but I thought this one, I've actually made a suite of cards with this. So I'm going to show you. I've really cut into it over the holidays. So there's this one here, which is you can see that it's yeah, lots of cooking things. This one, which is beauty things. And then I'll show you the other sides. The books, which, oh, there's this one as well, which I've been really cutting into. Leaves, and then it's got a pink side. I haven't shown you the other sides, the other ones yet. Books, which I love. Got this side. I love this side. Some crafting. It's got a beautiful side as well. And the other side, this one's just green check. And this one, I love this as well. So I'm very, very versatile. So I'm going to show you what I've created with them. I did some that I copied from Pinterest, first of all, and then I branched into my own. So I'm going to show you one of the ones that I did from Pinterest. This is what I did first, and it's from Pinterest. And you can see that it's got the DSP, and what I've done is I'm going to very, very quickly put it together. So it's a sewing one. So let's pull this all around. Now I've got this for the inside. So I'm just going to get my trusty tape out and put this on the inside. There we go. I'm going to pull it over just a teeny bit. That's that one. Now I have used some Coastal Cabana, and I run this through the painted embossing folder, which raises it up. So I'm going to put this straight on the card. Which side will I use? I think I'll use the other side. It is a quite it's a 3D embossing folder, so it actually is very, very raised when you feel it. And then I've got some strips, and I'm going to do these next. And I've already went through and put the dimensionals on this morning to make it a little bit easier, except that that one doesn't want to come off. 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. So pop that on about there. Do another one. I'm just going to put them on the table, and then I will throw them to the side, and maybe I can get my husband to move the big black screen that I've got in front of me, so that I can see myself what I'm doing. Thank you. Now I can see what I'm creating. Not that I don't know, but you know what I mean. Okay, so the other side of this is the books. So let's pop the backs off these ones. But it's a very versatile. There we go. Now I have used the traditional labels dies for this. You'll notice that I have actually put quite a few dimensionals on it because there's a little tiny strip that goes around this that is actually not joined, only joined in the corners. So what I'm trying to do is to avoid it getting separated. So I'm going to pop that in the middle like that. And I can just put those down into my basket. And then I've got my, and I didn't do dimensionals on this one, but I do want to. Let me quickly just do that. Put about 4 on the back. 1. And there's a sewing machine. So someone who's a avid sewer, this would be a really good one for. Doesn't have a sentiment on the front. Okay, so put that in the middle. Now I've got us, that's going to go on the inside. I should have another. Oh yes, there it is. I've got my scissors and my glue, and I'm going to get my little, just this, and I'm going to pop that on, the scissors on. Like that. And where did my threads go? And that can go right there. I did fussy cut these, so they're on. I'm going to put this hoop on the inside of the card, just down there. Okay, and that's my card. So you can see I've just put some buttons on the envelope. Card number 1. Okay, card number 2. These are all my design, and I've made a whole suite of these. As you can see, this one is books. Hope there's not too much noise. I think the tree loppers are on our street today. I'm going to make this card here, which I really love. I have a friend who's a librarian, and I thought this would be a lovely card to give her. Change the sentiment on it, just give it to her. So basically, this is my base, and I've cut 3 centimeters off the side. So what I'm going to do first before I put it on that is I've got that, and I'm going to glue that with my Stampin' Seal on the side. These come together very, very quickly. I just wanted to go right up the edge of the plate, so let's try that again. Here we go. That's on. Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put that. Let's take that off. I'm puffing on it and puffing on it so that I can get it off without it leaving a mark. Pop it on the brown. You can tell I did these a few weeks ago. Now let's put it on this white. So I'm going to pop it right on the edge. I knew there was something missing there. So the espresso brown is the same size as the back. Let's pop that in. When you remember what you're doing, it's a lot easier. Now this one, I'm just going to use the other side of this side of the paper. So with the pattern on it, and pop that on the early espresso, and pop that in the front of the card so it matches up with the inside. And then I've got this here, which is one of the punches, and I just love the shape of it. And I used this in a circle punch to cut these out. They're all sticky, so I'm going to pop that on up there, and I will put this on behind it or on top of it. I probably should have done this before I put it on the card, but that's okay. And then I've got my books. 1, 2, 3, 4 dimensionals. And this one has got candles, so I thought it was ideal for happy birthday. I'll take the dimensionals off the back of this because I've got some natural linen thread, and all I'm going to do, just put out my scissors so that I can do this. I'm just going to loop it around 2 of my fingers. More fingers and thumbs this morning. Let's go. Okay, and I'll cut that. And all I want to do is just put a little bit of tape on this. There we go. Stick that on, and I just randomly put on the bottom, and then I'm going to put happy birthday on top. There we go. And I have some round dimensionals. I use these ones. These are from the mini catalog. Not the same as what I used before, but I used matte ones before, but that's okay. I can get them out. They don't want to come out the packet. Here we go. I'm going to use those brown ones if I can get them to part company with. I see what the problem is. Can you hear the train sure at the front? And running, I saw them when I was out walking this morning. That one that's come off on my finger. Just going to use these ones. There. And maybe I'll put one on the happy birthday too. There we go. Okay, so that's done. Card. Here we go. Oh, there they are. So these are called earthy matte dies. So that was what I was going to use, but hey. So card number 2. And I've got another one here. I'm not going to do all of them, but I'll just show you because there's one other one I want to do for you. Let's see. This is a knitting one. Okay. So again, I've got all my bits, my envelope with my threads on it. Let's pop this together. Do that first. Looks like that one's finished. Did bring over a few because I was suspecting that that might happen. Yes, we have some noisy trucks out the front. I noticed they were out. They prune the branches around us every couple of times a year that are under the electricity lines so that they don't affect the power or grow up between the electricity lines. So there we go. Turn that over. Pop it on the base for the inside. And you see, when you actually remember how to do it, as I say, it doesn't take very long. And this one goes on the front. So I've used the alternate side pattern on the front and just a little bit of the DSP can be quite fussy, so I'm just doing that. Solves that problem. Now let's put all of these out. Okay, so we've got the back. Put this on this, like that. And I'm going to put the wool on first, I think. 1, 2, I'll pop it up here in the corner. And then I've got some knitting needles. And I'm going to put a tiny little bit of glue on the ends of the knitting needles so they don't stick up. Just like that. Okay, I pop them like that. You can see that just otherwise they'll get torn. And I have somewhere here a crochet hook, which I am going to stick on as well. So you can, there's lots of different, there we go. And take the dimensions off the back, pop it on the front. Like that. Oh, and I've got this as well. I think I'll pop that. I was going to put that, well, I think I could pop that on the inside. I've put a dimensional on it. Okay, and I've got my thinking of you. And before I do that, I've just got a tiny little bit of white thread, which I'm just going to wrap around a couple of fingers. It doesn't need to be, it's not going to be complicated. It's very similar style to the last one. A bit of tape so that when I put it on the card, just double it over and loop it. Cut out like that. Take the backs off these. I've been trying to get all my podcasts for January organized. It's amazing how much time it takes just to get that done. Okay. And I have some, I think these are retired, but they're glossy dots. And I thought, these are perfect because you end up with, see, I've got all these left. And I thought, I could throw them away, but let's use them on the card because this is the perfect color for this card. So I'm going to use the blue ones. Get it off. And a small one, medium-sized one down there, and a small one up the top. We just add a little bit of sparkle to the card. So yeah, always end up with, that's another card. Now I have several more like that, but I want to do this one because I know time's going on. This one, oh, and these here would go on the envelope, which I don't have there, but that's okay. I'll pop those there. So they're on the wrong one. Go on here. Just set them there. Okay. This one here, sort of is part of it. I think was one that I redid. So let's put it together. And what I've got, okay, I'm pretty organized actually. There's my plant. Very, very easy to put together. So I will get my tape. I'm having an open day in a couple of weeks' time to show things from the new catalogue and introduce people to Stampin' Up. It's the first time I've ever done it, so been making cards for that, and I thought if I can make a suite of cards, so I'm just going to tie this in a knot. Whoops, get it around. So this is the beautiful ribbon that comes with it. It's called Chevron, and I'm just going to tighten it. I find often if I tie a knot first, and actually I was going to show you, I saw a very clever way of tying a knot the other day, but I don't have my pick over with me, the one I need. But this is okay. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bow here. You notice I haven't put this on the card yet. I really am all fingers and thumbs this morning. Partly because I haven't tied this, done it neatly. There we go. I might turn the whole ribbon around, so that's better. But if I turn it around that way, you might wonder what I'm doing, but if I turn it right around like that, I can get the bow on the front, right? So the knot is in the right spot. And I will pull that back a little bit in a minute. And I'm going to pop that to the one side. You'll notice the other bow is, I misjudged what I was doing. This is going to go on top with this, just this plain white piece. So it's based on the other cards that I've done, but I've stepped mine up. So let's take the dimensionals off the back. And I plan to make a box for these as well, so that a little display box. But I haven't done that yet. Yep. And then I've got some plants, and I'm going to pop those on. I think I've just got given a cup of coffee, which is really nice. It's probably ready for it. So daisy. Good morning to my friends in the UK. Well, good evening to you guys, because it is evening over there, and I believe they're inundated with snow at the moment. So that's my other card that I've got. So I'm going to put it on its base now. I've got a basic beige base. And what I've done is I've used a strip and sending good vibes on the, you can see I've stamped it a couple of times. This is refusing to go forward this morning for some reason. I'm not sure why. I might have to get, it's just not rolling. But I brought plenty of it with me. There we go. This one's working perfectly, but that one wasn't. This one here. Okay, so pop that on the inside. It's just not forwarding like it should. That's the sending good vibes in the inside. And this is my outside piece. This is a slightly different one from the other ones, but I have, so that's that one. Okay, just to show you that you can do that one as well. I might trim a tiny little bit off that. Yep. Okay, so these are the cards that I made today, and I'll show you a few that I haven't made. So those 4, but there's this one here. It's a cooking one. So I've done that one, and I have done, here we go, a cooking one, a different one. This one is having coffee, thinking of you. So that's another one that I've done that I'm going to make up later. And I have an art one as well, just so that you can see that I try not to leave anyone out. So this is my art one, and I've used pecan pie on that one. I do like that one as well, because on this paper here, you've got thread, art stuff and everything. And then I made this one. This one's actually cased. It was Karen Ksenzanovic, and I did this one. So I'm not making it this morning, but I want to show you what I did. So basically, this is just a single sheet of paper, and I've embossed in Delightful Wishes, I think it is called, and then I've put this on the inside. So you can see quite a pretty card. It folds up, and it's like an accordion fold. And then I have it wants to stick down there for some reason, but I can't see. Oh, this tiny, tiny little bit of glue on it. And then I tie my bow. I might get my husband to pass me over my pick before I finish. It's under the purple box, under the light. It's like a tweezers thing. Sorry, tweezers. Now let me show you how to tie a bow if you want to do it. So what I've done is I do this. I sew this on, and it might have been even on hers. You put your tweezers on there, because you want people to be able to open this, so you don't want a knot in it. And then you pull your tweezers out and tighten it up. Isn't that clever? Just a little hint today that I found online. And you take your tweezers out. So that's a really good way to hold your thread while you're doing it. So you can see I've done a heap of cards with Hobby Haven, which is why I don't have very much DSP left, but I might have to get some more of that, because yeah, I've enjoyed making those, and I think I could create with those as well. I do love this one. I love the colors in this one. Yeah, so that's today. Next week I am going to do another stamp set called what's it called? Little Big Things. I've got it up behind me. I've got the prepared ones up on the shelf on that side up there. So I've got 2 more weeks prepared completely, and it's just a stamp set, but I want to show you what I've done with it, because there's not very much online for it, and I just thought that I would create with it to show you that if you want to buy that one, it's quite a good one to buy. Anyway, that's me for today. I hope you've enjoyed all these cards that I've created, and some of the envelopes I've put paper on the back. Other ones I've just put like that on it. So yeah, just a little bit different, but it'll make a beautiful suite of cards. Anyway, I will see you all next week again. And if you want more information on this, or you want a catalogue, or you would like to come to one of my classes, or you would even like to get an email with my newsletter in it, just drop me a message or send me an email. It's elizabeth@jaeger.net.au, elizabeth@jaeger.net.au. And I will put you on my list for my newsletter, which I'm sending out this morning. Okay, take care, everyone, and I will see you next week. Bye.